There's going to be a lot of note-taking because you got to know where some of these dungeons are. And we are off here. We got Goomba on the left here and Chloe Prower on the right, both immediately finding their first of 4 potential Turtle Rock keys. That ain't much. We're just going to be quite a while. Goomba immediately going to start with a fake flipper, it looks like. As Chloe decides to save and quit and check out the Sanctuary, which is located at the Magic Bat Cave today. Chloe very quickly finds the chicken hut. Gotta know where that is. Whenever you find bombs, you're going to want to come back here to get that free item. I do notice Chloe's bee that he picked up is actually a golden bee. You can see that by the little plus next to it. That means he'll be able to sell it at the bottle vendor up here. Goomba found some dark cave there in the witch's hut and immediately goes out as Chloe finds a shop. There's a lot of entrances in Kakariko Village. There's gonna be here for quite a while, going in and out of doors, and potentially find a lot of connector caves to lead you elsewhere in the world. Oh, Goomba finds the lumberjack ledge and sees the mirror on it. Whoa. Well, that is just right here at this cave, so we can hop right down this hole, considering they are connected, and get our free mirror. We do not actually have to do Aghanim to grab Aghanim's ledge today. Chloe finds the Palace of Darkness. Very early find for that. Gonna very quickly be able to get the first item down here, and just death warp right back out. Palace of Darkness is an interesting find. There's a lot of keys you need to get anywhere substantial in Palace of Darkness. 6 small keys in the pool for that one, but you might very well see a couple dips in here, considering how easy it seems to be to access. Goomba sets up the Houlihan room, gets his camera kind of locked in a weird way, which lets him jump down a hole and end up in a place where the game doesn't know where to put him, so it throws him in the Houlihan room instead. It's a very easy and consistent way of getting a very quick influx of rupees. You get 225 just from that. It's pretty nuts, and really good early on when you don't know where the bomb shops are. If you come across a shop that has bombs in it, hey, you're gonna have the money to buy that. That's great. Chloe sees the Bombos medallion. Gonna be able to get that right quick. This Goomba is checking out some entrances over here as well. Yeah, so the drop-down caves are all connected. So if you'll typically see people racers go through what would be the exit cave rather than the drop-down first, because one of these is gonna lead us to Ganon. And if you drop down into Ganon, you are stuck there. You gotta save and quit out. So they'll walk through the front doors until they find where Ganon is. And then, then the rest of them are kind of safe to drop down. Well, most of them are safe to drop down. Or is it all of them? It might actually be all of them. Chloe ends up finding... Oh, gosh. Chloe ends up finding the spiral cave here. Is not looking so hot on health. Might have to use his bee. Yeah. Just gonna take the death. Doesn't want to... I guess doesn't want to use the bee to try to get through this cave. But he was still in town, right? That'll be really quick to get back to. But now that bombs are obtained, we can access our chicken hut here at the blacksmith's house. Goomba does find it, but it doesn't have bombs quite yet. There was a shop right here, so we'll be able to buy some immediately. Oh, good thing. Good thing you remember to come back for that one. So interesting to know that since Sanctuary exits, right there at the Magic Bat Cave, that little hole right there, I'm pointing at it. You can't see it, but I am actually pointing at it with my finger. That'll lead you to the back of Escape. So that's locked right now behind the hammer. So they'll need the hammer before hopping down there. Or they will also... I guess you can mirror there in the Dark World as well to get back there, but by that time you'll probably most likely have means of just finding the front of Escape and just walking to the back there. So Goomba finds the bomb hut. That would be the bomb shop in the base game where Link's house is in the Dark World. You'd buy the big bomb there, and take it to the pyramid to blow up. In Keysanity, you actually cannot check your map in order to figure out where the pendants and crystals are. You actually need to find the map of that dungeon first before they will appear on the map. So the dungeon rewards that actually give you additional items, such as the 5 and 6 crystal and the green pendant, if you find those NPCs, they will tell you what those dungeons are. So Goomba spoke to the bomb shop owner, and we did find out that the Tower of Hera and Thieves Town are our 5-6 crystals today. So Goomba did end up finding Hyrule Castle, which is similar to Desert Palace in that it has kind of 3 exits. Oh, speaking of Desert Palace, that is also right here at the library. So both players are just kind of running around town here, checking out all these entrances. Goomba finds the magic shop. Important to know where that is for if they end up turning into mushroom. Chloe's interested in checking out a little more Desert Palace here. We'll be able to get at least 1 item chest and check out the other 2 exits as well and see what crazy adventures we might go on here. So Chloe does actually already have the Moon Pearl, so Crossworld being in the name of this entrance shuffle mode, you can actually just end up going back and forth between worlds just by, you know, walking through door and exiting any other world. Thankfully, Chloe has the Moon Pearl already, so can actually just be fine for going right out there. Here's the Big Cube Swamp Palace Goomba just found. That's a pretty nice one to find. Ooh, Chloe found their way over to the east side of Death Mountain as Goomba picks up the fire rod here in the Kakariko Well. So I don't know if you caught it, what Goomba just did there. Quick Swap is enabled for this mode in this race. Players are able to use their L and R buttons on their controllers to quick swap between items in their inventory. It can be pretty difficult to find what you want to go to once you start getting a bunch of items, but when you have, you know, fairly few items, it can be really quick to get to whatever you need. Like, Goomba used it right there to immediately swap to the mirror and get back to the entrance of Sanctuary there just right away. It's pretty nice. A lot of minor time saves, but, you know, everywhere. Chloe pausing to write down some notes there, I'm sure. Ends up finding the sick kid here on East Death Mountain. Having the bottle already, we'll be able to get the prize, which is just a compass. Goomba did find our first Palace of Darkness key. So once he actually gets into pod here, I think it was on the north side of town. I might be wrong about that. We'll actually be able to go into that front door and get a couple more chests, at least 3 more, I think. Well, Chloe finds the quarreling brothers' house. These brothers here are so mad at each other. One of them actually sealed up the door to the other room of the house. Like, I think that's a little extreme myself. I mean, I've had some arguments with my brothers in the past, but we never actually, like, sealed the doorway to each other's rooms. That actually seems very rude. Luckily, they both have a door outside. But it's a nice connector cave. We can go elsewhere in the world, and we ends up finding themselves at the arrow game. Gonna be farming for a couple of rupees here. There's a nice spot you can stand on, and there's a visual cue when the squid gets to a certain point in the at the curtain there. You can actually almost guarantee get a hit if you just fire at the right time every time. And yeah, Chloe did end up entering the top part of Hyrule Castle to get here, and that's a pretty nice entrance to find. There's 3 very quick doors. Unfortunately, one of them is blocked off right now with our laser barrier that will need the Master Sword or the cape to get through. And yeah, it does look like Goomba's going to go a little bit further in Palace of Darkness. Nothing in that first chest, but we can actually access this one as well. Well, just the Turtle Rock small key. That is the second one. And without any more small keys, there's nothing else we can do here. Unless we also had the bow. Oh, there was Swamp Palace there next door. Are Pot and Swamp right next to each other? That's pretty good. Alright, Goomba having the Fire Rod might have a little more luck getting through... Oh, I guess might actually use the bee as well. Getting through the Spiral Cave here. It's gonna release the beast. Oh gosh. Oh no. Come back, bee! Alright, thank you. It's gonna save us from these mini mold worms that do a full heart of damage per hit. Oh, the bee just left. Alright, okay, he's saved. I gets a 20 out of it. Well, the chest is kind of meh, but where does the entrance take us? Oh no! We'll never know. It's impossible. Gets sniped by the mini mold right before going through the door. That really stinks. So now he doesn't have any magic or a bee, and still doesn't know where that leads. So that's super unfortunate. Here's a cave you never see in a normal randomizer. Only an entrance shuffler you're going to see people go into these random little caves you may have forgotten existed. Another Palace of Darkness key. Oh, if he wanted to, he could have thrown his bottle in there to get it refilled with a random item. I think even a bee would be helpful if you end up having to go through Spiral Cave again. Alright, Chloe's finishing up the western side of the Light World, as Goomba will be the first player off to the eastern side of the Dark World. Now, there's a nice money grind cave right there. If Goomba hadn't already done Houlihan, that would be pretty nice to grab us a few extra rupees, but I'm pretty comfortable with the 244 right now. You'll see a small key there on the island. We won't be able to get that for a good while. Yo, here's a cave. 7 items here in Paradox Cave. Great find. I was gonna check out the entrance here first to see if he actually needs to come back. Oh, luckily he had the Moon Pearl and a bomb to spare to get back in there. And finds Ice Palace. Alright. Alright, we got 7 items here in the Paradox Cave. Hopefully we'll get something to give us a little direction. Chloe heads down towards the Southern Light World and checking out the dam and possibly Mini Room Cave. You know, funnily enough, wow, 3 pieces of heart. Goomba, with the quick way over to the southeastern part of the Dark World, like across the water, can actually just use the mirror down there if you wanted to check out the Light World doors first. But I think he was more interested in the chests right there in Paradox Cave, which makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, that's 7 items right there. And, well, Goomba did find Ice Palace. We have discovered right now that it is the green pendant. So, maybe a little more reluctant to go in there now. Alright, we see Chloe back also down into the Paradox Cave. Gonna see if they end up I mean, there's the potential to bomb jump over or to go out and check this exit right here, which I don't think Kuba did. He just saved and quit out right after getting the 7 items here. Oh wow, here's the front end of Turtle Rock. We don't have Samaria, so we can't really do anything here. But great to know where that is, right at the Eastern Palace front door. Goomba heading into a rarely seen cave entrance there. Oh well, he already knows where this one leads over here, but he hasn't actually done anything in Desert, I don't think. He went in and back out there. Chloe getting the runaround here. Oh, finds a dark cave in this connector cave. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the mirror yet, so can't mirror to Mimic Cave or the other entrance where Spiral Cave is to see what those two are. Goomba, wait, he didn't. Okay, sorry, I might have missed something right there. Sorry about that. I figured he'd go up and check what was up there in Spiral Cave, or the Spectral Rock Cave, but maybe he already... Oh, I see what he wants to. He went to check the other caves first. He's going to go up there, get the item, and then fall down to see where that connector cave leaves him, because he's not going to be able to get back to that entrance he was at. Chloe gonna head over to the back of Pod here. Unfortunately, this is really the only chest that's, well, I don't know. In logic, quotes, in Palace of Darkness is a kind of a thin line here. You're gonna break it almost all the time because of the strict requirements for keys and such, but might be able to score some good item back here, despite not having the lamp. Did see a red potion. Hopefully can get the other one. Heart container, huh? Maybe trying to get a couple more rupees before getting out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna take a death ward back out. Goomba gonna be trying this bomb jump here. Oh goodness. Very nice lineup. Nails it. Oh baby, the top of East Death Mountain. Heck yeah, dude. Gonna be able to check out the Spiral Cave entrance, which is just nothing, but now he's gotta go back to the bottom if he wants to go any higher. And have to do that jump again, I guess. Chloe gonna be using that potion that they found in the dark room of Pod to perform a little bow skippy glitch here in Pod. You can use the act of drinking a potion to kind of disjoint the camera there and allow you to move those mimics off screen, which counts them as defeated. So now Chloe has access to these 2 bowlock chests. It doesn't remove the entire bowlock from Palace of Darkness, because you still need it in order to hit the statue in the back of the dungeon. But it does let you get these 2 chests over here, but unfortunately there was just a small key to Ice Palace. Man, I bet Chloe wish they had the mirror. They might be actually headed that way soon. I don't think they've been much in the north side of the Light World quite yet. And if they keep on this path and not get distracted by connector caves and such, they could find themselves over there pretty soon. I think Goomba is in the old man cave, I believe. And I think he recognized it. There's very small differences between each of the entrances of dark rooms, and you can potentially find which one you're at fairly quickly. And Goomba, you can hear all the bats. I don't know if you can hear the bats. I can hear the bats. But there's like 6 bats on the east side of this cave, and hearing all those lets you know. Yeah. Chloe ends up finding Uncle's little place here in the Lost Woods, but not much of value in here quite yet. You know, I'm gonna guess, I say this is a long shot, but I don't think this is actually a long shot. Oh, nice 8 bomb drop from the bush crab. That something's gotta be an Ice Palace. I'm always saying that because we have both the Fire Rod and Bombos right now. I mean, we can't actually use Bombos without a sword, but I think something's going to be in there, and I would also still be very reluctant to go check. Maybe the first chest, since I would also have the mirror to get out immediately. But we'll see. I'm not sure. But the long shot is in OOT. Yeah, I know. I thought about making that joke, but I think I've done that before and don't wanna sound too stale. Chloe finds Ganon. Ganon is at the Lumberjack hut today, so they will actually need to go beat Aghanim 1 in order to be able to bonk that tree in order to fall into the Ganon fight. Now, it's going to be a long time before they have to do that, but that is something that's suddenly required. I guess that does guarantee boots at some point. Goomba checking the plethora of caves here on the western side of Death Mountain in the Light World. Not finding a hole too much. Chloe finds a mine underneath a bush. That's stupid. But will get the mirror right now. Might just bank jumping right down the hole because they've already found Ganon. Yep, there you go. We've actually, since there aren't that many drop-down caves, like entrances where you fall down and then exit through the door, there's actually not that many of those in the game. I think there's like 7 or 8. And most of them are in the Light World. We've seen quite a few of them. Ooh, Goomba finds the Hookshot Cave. No, that was Super Bunny Cave. That was not Hookshot Cave. He did find Hookshot Cave, though. Man, the mirror gives you some really funky routing here. Here's the big chest of Turtle Rock. Doesn't have anything to cross this. Oh, but it's gonna bomb jump. Oh, I love it, dude. Alright. There are some things we can find here, and with that fire rod, it's probably feeling pretty confident in being able to check all this. is really close to dying with only 4 hearts, but I'm pretty sure those Pokies and the floating skulls will both one-shot you for sure. The anti-fairies will only do a full heart of damage though, so you can safely take a hit from them. You don't see people exit the big key chest that way too often and going the opposite way, but Goomba is actually going the real opposite way, going up to the chain chant room, and we'll be able to check it and also be able to mirror back to the big key chest in order to check other entrances. Ooh, guess we come by and grab that. Man, the mirror routing seems so cool in Cross Keys. That early mirror just opens up a ton of possibilities here. But after checking those 2 chests in Turtle Rock, is gonna not worry about the other entrances quite yet, and is instead gonna ascend Super Bunny Cave. So Chloe's gonna come all the way over here to Eastern Palace to find... there was a dungeon over here, right? I think this is a dungeon. Was this Ice Palace? No, it's Turtle Rock. Close. Those are very similar, and on similar sides of the overworld, too. So I was almost correct. Hey, Goomba finds this entrance. So this is a really funky one, because you're almost guaranteed to have to mirror on that ledge there in order to enter this one. Ooh, which does have an item today, so it's very nice that it's something that you don't have to remember to come back to later. Hey, it's a small key. What do we got? Okay, okay. Pod keys are always nice. You don't know if you need... You don't ever know how many you need, but always welcome to find them. Now, we don't have a glove yet, so we can't just hop down and check that, but this is actually entrance to the western side of Dark World, which I don't think we've seen quite yet. So this being the... Oh, there's Tower of Hera hanging out at the Dark World Lumberjack Hut. Yeah, there's a lot of entrances on this side of the world here. Not nearly as many as the Light World, of course, but it's still great to find. Not having, you know, typical Dark World access through the portals. Having to go through that funky, that was the Thieves Town small key. That's a really good one to find. Having to go through the funky connector cave entrance just to get over here. Alright, Goomba, not having the big key or small key of Hera, can't actually go any further in the dungeon. Yo, Chloe's making the play in Ice Palace. Alright, this is what I thought was going to be it. The play. Don't leave Chloe, no. No! At least go to the first chest! Oh no! We'll never know, dude. Wait. Not death warping? I don't even know what to believe anymore. Goomba's gonna be the first to take the dive deeper into Hyrule Castle here. It does have a small key. So, I believe all this is in logic. All these penguins do die to one bomb. Wow, that bomb was very well placed. Able to take out 4 of those in one shot. Shoutouts to me for guessing correctly that Ice Palace had something. Finds the boots in the first chest of Ice Palace. Amazing. So we know we're going to need those because of where Ganon's location is at the Lumberjack. Yeah, that's great. Without the hammer, there's not a whole lot more you could potentially do in Ice Palace, but it's all very far away. And when you just find something like the boots right there immediately, you're not thinking to go deeper into Ice Palace, especially when you only have like 5 maximum hearts and no magic. Oh gosh, that sounds awful. Alright, what do we got? The back of Desert Palace. Well, nothing we can do here. While we do have fire to get to Land Molas, we do not actually have the big key of Desert Palace to get to Land Molas. But it is pretty high probability that that Desert Palace will be required. I don't think we've seen a map check yet, so while we do know 2 of the crystals and 1 of the pendants from NPCs, we have a little more information we could get because they have found some maps. Yo, the boots locked out Mini Moldworm Cave, so Chloe gonna get this 5 chest advantage right here from getting those boots. If these Mini Moldworms decide to squirm into the bombs. Oh no. Alright, 3 left. Oh, never mind. 8 left. 10 left. Chloe got bailed out by that bomb. Oh no. Okay, would have had just enough. Another pod small key. The silver is, hey. Another pod small key. What the heck? Alright, I wonder if there's something in the dark room of pod, or the dark maze of pod, or maybe on Helmasaur. I'm just throwing it out there. There might be something there. Someone on chat asking, how do we know Ganon's at the lumberjack tree? So the lumberjack tree itself, the one you bonk, is connected to that cave that's behind the lumberjack house. And that cave behind the lumberjack house was where you would exit if you fell during Phase 4 of Ganon fight. So you can actually find out where Ganon is because those are all connected. So we know that they'll need to do Aghanim 1 in order to make that tree, you know, fall downable. Yo, Goomba did the entire dark back of Escape right there and was rewarded with our first sword finally. Now we do know that that is... Oh, there's our dark... Oh wait, crystals at Mire and Swamp Palace. And Chloe finds another pod small key. Wow. Is that... What is that, 4 or 5 now? That's ridiculous. Oh man, it gets a free green potion refill. Drink that and throw it in again, in my opinion. Yeah, okay, that's what it's doing. Goomba checking out a very rarely seen house down here. You know, if you're a normal randomizer, this is the only shop. This is a shop in the normal game. It's the only shop in the game that sells arrows. So if you're in extreme need of arrows, you can go down there and buy some. I think your time would be better spent just buying an arrow upgrade at the Pond of Happiness, because that's a lot faster to get to, but you never know. Maybe you're in dire need of arrows and just need to buy some there. That's besides the point. Hey, I'll take a free full heart, why not? You never know what low heart situation you might get put into an entrance shuffle, where you can walk into a door and it be, oh, here's Mire, I need to do this with 4 hearts. I have everything I need to complete this dungeon. Well, crap. So, with all these pod keys we found, I've gotta think that the lamp is just gonna show up here eventually. Because a lot of the later parts of Palace of Darkness are kind of lamp blocked, right? So you'd think with all these early pod keys there would also be an early lamp in order to get all that. Chloe, gonna be the first person to check out the desert area, is not gonna be able to check out the entrance that's under the rock quite yet. We have not found a glove. That's the bad part of Ice Rod Cave. Alright. There's 2 entrances to Ice Rod Cave. One of them has the entrance, one of them has a gold bee. And Chloe is not interested in the gold bee. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, since Chloe just came out of Sanctuary, it was interesting that Goomba went all the way to the back of Escape from the Dark part, because we are just like a hammer away from being able. Because you saw where Chloe exited Sanctuary, it's connected to the Batcave. You can just hammer your way in there once we find it, I guess. Goomba finds the middle section of Skull Woods in Skull Woods because like those are all over here, aren't they? That makes sense. But this back one is not necessarily part of Skull Woods. Where does this go? Well, that's a nothing cave. So yeah, how Skull Woods works is that all the entrances are shuffled amongst themselves, and all the holes are also shuffled among the holes of Skullwood, because there's like Skullwoods has so many strange number of fall downs and door combinations, is that they're all just kind of confined here. I don't know if that's like actually a limitation or if it's just how it was chosen. But oh, Goomba, watch out. Oh, nope, those guys are not stunned by the boomerang, unfortunately. That does not work on skeletons. Chloe taking notes or looking at notes or something where they're outside the Pond of Happiness cave. You know, nice double hit on that boomerang. Just takes a second before saving quitting, and it's off running to go somewhere. Goomba gonna blow up this wall over here. There's a Fool Magic over here. This is useful, even normal randomizer. Though be careful, because sometimes whenever you pick up that pot, it cannot spawn if there's too many sprites in the prettiest rooms. So you gotta be really careful about going in there just for that. Alright, Chloe actually doing what I thought about earlier. Mirroring outside that area there can check out these two extra entrances. And again, having a glove would be super helpful, because in both the light and dark world down here on the southeastern shore, there's caves underneath rocks. Oh, he has the boots. He can get one more chest here. He's gonna get knocked off. Yo, Goomba finds the flute. Does that actually unlock anything right now? No, absolutely not. We do not have the myths to get into the Mire area quite yet. And we already have access to the west side of Death Mountain. There's our third Turtle Rock small key. Wow. Did Chloe find anything? No, it's just a full heart. I see. Yeah, someone in chat asking how the end game kind of works here. So they will need to find the 7 crystals, and they will need to defeat Aghanim 2 in order for Ganon himself to be vulnerable to damage in the final phase. They know where Ganon is. Ganon himself is located at the Lumberjack Cave. So in this specific seed, they will need to defeat Aghanim 1 in order to be able to bonk that tree open in order to access the Ganon fight at all. If they went in there early, like before they had 7 crystals and Aghanim 2 defeated, they could still fight Ganon, but he would be invincible in the 4th phase. So you have to do everything that the seed requires you to do in order to actually finish the game. A big fairy cave, or a bunch of little fairy cave, actually isn't too bad to find whenever you're that low on health. Have we seen... I don't think we've seen these entrances here in the Village of Outcasts quite yet. Chloe hasn't made it over here yet, and Goomba is just now getting back here. Does find Eastern Palace. Would be able to get everything except Armos Knights if they're willing to do a dark room, but is going to try holding off, it seems. Oh, well, of course, you need the big key of Eastern to actually get the big chest, so maybe they're hoping that this entrance wasn't too bad to get to. I can just come back here fairly quickly if it ends up I have to dip in here. That's what I'm thinking. Goomba activating that flute. Not going to be too much use for us quite yet. Goomba already had access to the western side of Death Mountain. Though I think Goomba did some out of logic shenanigans to get over there. It's really hard keeping track of entrances. I would assume Goomba did some out of logic stuff to get to the western side of the of Death Mountain. But hey, here's the back of Skull Woods. Now, if Goomba really wanted to, you could find Mothula right here. What's it gonna be? Oh, he's going for it. All right, we're gonna get a fairly low percent fight Mothula here with the fighter sword and not too much health. What is that? How many hearts is that? I can't count. 7? 7 hearts is not that many. I'm gonna try to conserve as much magic as I can by using Bombos to take out these guys. There's the sword usage you need to use and to get into the back of Skull Woods. That specific part is actually blocked by the sword, of course, because you have to cut the curtains. Now, Chloe does find their way over to the western side of Darkworld, so it won't be too far behind from Goomba in terms of checks, unless they get really distracted. Alright, Goomba, you got a fairly low percent Mothula fight. It's going to take a combination of 8 Fire Rod shots and spins from the fighter sword. You could think of a slash of the fighter sword to be about half of a spin. So it'll be a kind of a total of 8, but already out of magic, gonna need a lot more spins. I don't think they actually got too many spin hits in. Or hits with the fire rod before running out. I don't think Goomba also filled their magic at that ferry, or got their free green potion, so I don't think their potion situation is all that good right now. Man, this is tedious. This is some Toho dodging going on right now. Luckily, they picked just the right sprite for this. Oh, there's a good hit. Doing this fight like this requires so much concentration, but Goomba nails it with health to spare even. And is rewarded with a crystal. Hey. Not too shabby. I don't think a lot of those fire rod shots landed, but they cleaned it up quite nicely. They did a very good job of biding their time and attacking only when they knew they'd be able to. Mothula covers the room with spikes quite quickly if you do not defeat her quickly. And Goomba slowed it down, took those in stride. Didn't have really too many issues. Oh no, Chloe dashes right into one of those snapdragons. Oh no. So Goomba, now having cleared off that, is heading into Eastern Palace here. Without that big key, we'll not be able to check that big chest, but yeah, there's still, what, 4 loose items in here you'll be able to grab. Chloe immediately heading back to the western part of Darkworld. I think this is... Hey, there is the Desert Palace big key. And Chloe will be very happy to find that, knowing where the back of Desert Palace is. I think we still need the Desert Small Key for that to also be in logic, but that's not going to stop them from just clearing the dungeon once they find it, I'm sure. Is this the walk they have to take to get back to the western side of Darkworld? Oh my gosh. Man, overworld depth really stinks here. Alright, well that was the last in-logic check that Goomba had here. I'm gonna have to brave the dark room. Oh, wait. Nope. Oh. Gonna catch a ferry. Not a bad idea. Those are there in the base game too. Base randomizer. If you need hearts or to catch some fairies before going to those dark rooms, those fairies will always respawn every time you hop into that pot, so don't be afraid to do that. Very quick and easy dark room here. Does manage to hit the Popo. Not getting the Popo didn't end up moving right into his way, so very quick to get out of there without taking any unnecessary hits. It's possible for those little Popo guys to knock you back, and then the anti-fairies get in your way and use all your magic, and then you get all it back once you find half magic. Yeah, nothing significant. Nothing too significant out of Eastern Palace. Half magic is really nice, of course. There is Aghanim 1 as Chloe stares at the Turtle Rock Big Chest, unable to open it. Alright, so Goomba finds Aghanim 1. This is in the... Oh, nice little delay there on Fire Rod to hit both those guys. And the hammer's just hanging out here. Oh, baby. Alright. That opens up some things, I'm sure. But we don't have a glove quite yet, so that's not going to be convenient Dark World access. It does end up opening up this house right over here. Which is nothing. Well, that figures. So, I think once Chloe gets over to the eastern side, or the western side of the Dark World, we'll be able to get that hammer, and then can actually finally go in the back of Sanctuary, or drop down the hole outside of Sanctuary to get... Wait! One of the exits of the castle just led here? Are you serious? I don't even remember where the castle was, but it was pretty early, wasn't it? Okay, that's pretty good. Anyway, once Chloe gets that hammer, we'll more than likely get that first sword very quickly out of the back of Escape, since the hammer's needed to bash the peg in front of the normal Batcave entrance. Goomba gonna be doing a funky thing here. You have to mirror right here to get to this side of the race game, because since the entrances aren't connected right there. This is what they call the Fairy Ascension Cave. This is on the east side of Death Mountain. If you mirror outside of the emergency exit at Laser Bridge, this is the cave you go in, and there's two fairies that always spawn here. They're actually really good for healing you up if you need some extra health before Trinex. But it being a two-entrance cave, Goomba can ascend the Fairy Ascension Cave and see where it leads. Hey, I don't remember what was up here, but Goomba can get it. Oh boy! Debating if he wants to hop down there. Yo, Chloe finds the Palace of Darkness big key in the Hammer Peg Cave, which was at Dark Sanctuary. Got it. Goomba decides not to hop on to the eastern side of Death Mountain, is instead going to... Oh, he's thinking, checking notes. Where am I going to go? Going back up. Alright. Chloe finds Ganon's Tower. Whoa. Wait, was this at King's Tomb? I think this was at King's Tomb. Alright, Chloe finds Ganon's Tower. We will need to finish this dungeon. We're going to need a lot more items to do that, though. With the boots, I guess we can get 3 things here, huh? Oh my gosh. What is this? What is this big key? It's Ice Palace, that figures. Goomba finds out that the front door of Turtle Rock needs Quake. We don't know where that's going to lead us, but it does require Quake. Ooh, Goomba finds Spike Cave. Can't get through there. Chloe's going to absolutely be able to get through there, though. Goomba, this right side. Oh, this exit out the arrow game, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, Chloe's gonna be checking out the Skullwoods area. As Goomba is gonna go dig us up something. Was there something significant in Skullwoods? Yeah, the flute was here actually, which may or may not be significant. A small key to Meyer. Well, that's not the best. While Meyer does need all 3 of its small keys to put the Firelock chests in logic, you can actually fully clear that dungeon with 0 small keys. You might want 1 small key for like slight routing convenience, but it's by no means required. If you were to actually play Keysanity and follow the logic, you would spend like 30 extra minutes playing it, I'm sure, or more, going back and forth between so much stuff. Goomba finds Agnes Cave here. Ooh. Hey! Gosh, I don't know if they'll go back into Eastern Palace immediately, but nice to find that. It's the Eastern Palace Big Key here at the entrance to the South of Grove. Ah, just a map. The Skullwoods, one of the only dungeon he's already completed. That figures. Chloe also going to be taking the emergency large magic over here, just barely avoiding that spike. I'm interested to see when Chloe gets down here to this part of Dark World that Goomba's at, because the boots will unlock 1 more entrance. Oh, here's the dam. Alright, so we'll be able to flood the dam. And finally, our first glove. Oh, man. That took a while. So the dam will stay drained. Goomba will probably go down by the Hype Cave and the Swamp entrance. You can just mirror right there and check out whatever item is fished up. Which I'm going to guess he's going to... Oh, I see. He's going to route these 2 entrances here. Oh, it's only 1 entrance in the Dark World, isn't it? Yeah, there's not one just to the right of here. He's coming over here first. He's going to go check out the southern part here. And then he's going to continue down to the desert area. Because I don't think we've been down there quite yet. And with those gloves, you'll be able to check 1 additional entrance under the big rock outside desert. Oh, but Connector Cave might get the best of him. Where does this one go? Don't exit at Meyer's mouth. Oh, hey. Okay. Well, you're coming over to the desert anyway. And with the glove, can check the front door of desert as well. Oh, well, that figures. I think Goomba's just gonna go back in and continue the planned route from before. Chloe dipping into Eastern Palace, unfortunately, does not have the big key yet, so can't do a whole lot of stuff. Wow, does Chloe really have all 6 Palace of Darkness keys? You know something has to be at Helmasaur or in the big chest, right? I mean, it's like... the game's just screaming for it. Gosh. But no, in all honesty, I'm pretty sure there's something there. Alright, now Goomba's gonna mirror here and see what Draining the Swamp actually did. Full heart. If he doesn't accidentally get sucked into the portal, that'd actually be pretty good to go get, yeah. Good thing he put the portal there on the very side of the dam so he could squeak right past it. I guess there's nothing over here in the Dark World that he could possibly get, so it made sense to ditch the portal there. Oh, well. Just a fortune teller, huh? Alright, both players just kind of covering what the other player has done already. Chloe doing it a little bit faster with those lucky boots from the first chest of Ice Palace. I wonder when Goomba is going to start to suspect that he should go into wherever Ice Palace was. I don't even remember where it was anymore, but I'm sure they do. Both players have been kind of pausing a little bit to check their notes or to write down their notes for sure, which is basically a necessity for playing these modes. It's a lot more puzzle oriented than a normal randomizer because of all the extra stuff you got to keep track of. Alright, Chloe now at the back of Skull Woods, but without that sword, is not going to be able to get to Mothula quite yet. Goomba finds Blind Spot. Not bad. 5 quick checks here. Maybe we can find something like the flippers. Oh, look, it's the flippers. That opens up a decent amount of stuff. Not too many entrances, but checks, yeah, sure. Oh, it also gives them that small key that was on the island. I remember that. What Goomba could do is just go down there in the Dark World, grab that small key, and I guess continue on to the southeast part of the Dark World, then mirror and check the Light World portion, because both those have a cave under a rock that you can check now. Oh good, Chloe checking this first chest here, gonna be able to grit the hammer. And be very happy to see it. Someone asking if anyone's gone into Palace of Darkness yet. Chloe has gone into Palace of Darkness a little. Went all the way to the back, actually, at the Dark Rooms. But, or unless you mean the entrance that Goomba just walked in which case no. But the actual dungeon, Chloe did a little bit, but didn't do the maze at all. So the maze has to have something, or Helmasaur has to have something, but maybe a little bit reluctant to go back in there without the bow to actually finish the dungeon. It does put that hammer to use. I'm gonna be checking out back of escape, finally grabbing that first sword. Exactly almost 1 hour into the race. there's that arrow shop I was talking about earlier. I think Goomba, after checking this cave, might go do the pyramid and then just hop into the water. To the southeast, maybe? Oh, nope, we're hopping first. Got a mirror right here to check the hobo. That makes sense. This takes a lot longer, actually, to swim to if you're doing it from the light world, but thankfully there's a little dock there in the dark world. And a nice spot where you can mirror. Chloe deciding just to walk out of Sanctuary, I guess. Hey, remember me? I was just here. You guys know you have a hole outside that leads up back here? It's crazy. Alright, where is this small key to? Hey, GT small key, not too bad to find. I think we only have one so far, so there's our second. Remember silvers, someone is asking in chat. Silvers were in the mini Moldorm cave, which was... Oh gosh, that was locked behind a bonk rock, wasn't it, I think? I want to say it was boots locked. In some boot cave, I believe is where that was. Might have been the one outside of Link's house. Alright, Goomba gonna be checking out these rocks here on the southeastern shore. Oh, one of them is Misery Mire, which he cannot access yet. Not without Boots or the hookshot. And is finally taking the dip into Ice Palace. Alright. And honestly, we'll be immediately able to go into Misery Mire. That's pretty funny how that worked out. It's that bomb was ready for these ping ones. These are such a pain to kill. Chloe kind of nailed it with the bombs. Bombos is much easier. There you go. And he's out of there. I was like, oh yeah, let's go. Right back into Mire. Alright, this is the first time we've seen this. I'm the first player to have the glove. So I want to be able to access this right now. Wonder what goodies we have here. We'll be able to do everything in here except for the boss. Though, well, I guess we don't have the big key quite yet, so we cannot check the big chest. And this is a crystal, so we will need to find it and come back. Having that one key when going into Mire lets you route in this left side fairly quickly and lets you just sweep over the rest of the dungeon easily enough. So it's kind of the only real reason you'd want a Mire small key. One is convenient, but not at all required for actually full cleaning the dungeon. We are an hour in. Only have one dungeon so far. One dungeon done so far, and that's Skull Woods for Goomba. I feel like it's pretty typical of a Keysanity seed, especially with Entrance Shuffle, where you have so many more checks you gotta do and things to keep in mind. Alright, Goomba is out of the slow western side of Mire, and I'm gonna be sweeping through the middle and checking out the rest. Chloe, remembering to come back over here to mirror and check this one entrance, which I don't remember what it was. You know what, it's the blue mail. Very useful to find. Oh yeah, it was this cave. No hint. No, the hints are not in Entrance Shuffle. Not Crossworld Keysanity, at the very least. Maybe in basic Entrance Shuffle? I honestly do not know myself. So I will refrain from making claims that I do not know. Man, nothing coming up in Meyer so far, except for the blue mail. One chest left here is just this one here on the rope bridge. Wow, that's actually really surprising to me. Nothing was here. I don't think Gooba checked this one in the light world yet. Okay, yeah, one more cave. Watch him find the Meyer Big Key and the red cane, whatever this is. Oh, okay. Well, it's the blacksmith. That's good to keep in mind. I am so curious where this lamp is because I'm still itching on the big chest of pod having something. I'd say Helmosaur, but we still don't have the bow yet either. And, taking the Dark World Warp here, you don't typically see people do that in normal randomizer. But this is not normal randomizer. Whenever you start playing Entrance Shuffle, you finally realize how many dang shops there are in this game. Because they pop up everywhere. Goomba, getting some good routing here, gonna be able to check out the catfish, mirror, and then check out all the flipper stuff, which I don't think we've seen much of yet, other than that one island and hobo check. That's about it. But the rest of them are coming up. Chloe, oh no, don't have a glove yet. Wait, it was really close to here, right? Okay, so the save and quit point in the old man actually spits you out right there? Really? I figured one of them would have done that out already. I guess not. Goomba, taking the warp to come here and check this entrance before committing to going up to Zora, I think, is the plan. Oh yeah, that's the entrance that... Oh no, that's the one he died on so long ago. It just ended up right there. Well, that's probably a relief from him that he ended up not missing out on anything too important. Just 300 on the ledge there, but King Zora hasn't been in Logic for too long. We only got the glove and flippers somewhat recently. Oh yeah, here's the glove. Chloe will get that. And sigh to themselves as they probably backtrack back to the entrance to the back of the desert. That was Quake. We can go into the face of Turtle Rock now. Kuma has plenty of boot spots that they likely want to check first. Oh gosh, did both of them just go into the same place in different worlds? Yeah, okay, they did. Oh, I am such a fan of item chains. Something... No, just you wait. I bet they're gonna find the lamp in the Turtle Rock mouth. That's probably gonna be it. Whatever that leads to. That's a long haul, though. That's a long like distance to travel to commit just to check that. I mean, there's probably some entrances they could go to make that a lot faster than, you know, just flying up there and walking all the way around. Maybe that's what he's doing. I honestly do not know the... Oh, hey, look, a small key. I don't really know the entrance chains very well to get to the parts of Death Mountain, but I'm sure there's one that leads there fairly easily. This is where the notes really start coming in handy when you have to start backtracking to areas you've potentially been in. Is going to go into Swamp, though. Don't have the hook shot, so won't be able to complete the dungeon, but can do a fairly good amount of it. Having drained the dam earlier, of course, the water is still down. I'm getting bullied a little bit in this first room. Oh, well, we don't have the small key. That's right, this is Keysanity. You need the small key to do anything important, so all we can grab is the first chest. But Goomba gonna be taking a dip deeper into the Palace of Darkness. Does not have the big key. So the only chest he'll be able to check that Chloe did not is this one. I'm pretty sure Chloe did not get to check this chest. I don't remember. Huh. Is that the 4th TR key? Yeah, that is all the Turtle Rock small keys for Goomba. In that case, I could almost guarantee you that Turtle Rock is going to be a crystal dungeon. Goomba may be planning on... checking out the Dark Maze for 2 additional checks that I don't think Chloe checked when they were here earlier. Oh, I'm so ready for something to be at the big chest, but they're not going to really get it. Going for the hammer, yep. Looks like. Yeah, gonna be saving a small key by doing this. Alright, let's see if we can see what he ends up getting in these 2 chests. That was money. Nice spin there to take out the little dino flamethrower guys that you can't really see all that well. And more money. Well, doesn't that figure? Chloe gonna be getting their flippers just now. As Goomba looks like he will be doing that bottle glitch in Pod as well. Does he have something in a bottle? I would assume so if he's coming down here. Sure does. I feel like we're gonna get our runners kind of converging soon. It's all coming together. And it's gonna end. Where's it gonna end? The mouth of Turtle Rock. Just you wait. I think that's it. Chloe... Oh, changing mind. Ah, I gotta remember Hobo. Now, did Goomba actually go all the way up to the pyramid to check the loose item on there? I don't remember. He might have actually done that and I just missed it. Taking the free bonk there for full magic off that tree. It's important to know where the static magic refills are in your game, and there's one in that tree right above the portal. Oh, he did not. Alright, so Chloe... Are you gonna turn left? Alright, so this might be new information over here then. Goomba heading towards the area where Ganon's tower is, in the King's Tomb. So I might be interested to see if he does anything extra in there, having 2 small keys to close 1 when they were here earlier. Oh, we haven't seen this entrance yet either. Hey. Hey! Oh, baby. These are Titan's mitts from the chest game at the Bumper Cave entrance. Oh man, what does that unlock? That unlocks the mire area, huh? Oh wait, we only now can go into the Turtle Rock entrance now, can't we? Because we didn't have the mitts before. Oh, what am I talking about? Now it's even more probable. Yeah, that unlocks a couple entrances. The Ice Palace entrance, the what? How many does Mire have? 4? Mire area has 4, in addition to the wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 4. In addition to the checkerboard cave. And then all the blacksmith stuff. You can do all that now. Yeah, those mitts open quite a bit. Chloe gonna be grabbing Quake here shortly. Gonna need to decide where to go with those gloves now. I'm not sure how many more options they have left. That one outside of Bumper Cave, though, is a little bit out of the way, isn't it? That's kind of annoying to get back to. Alright, Goomba on the Land Mola is only going to take 2 Fire Rod shots each. But sometimes they can give you some wonky patterns just like that. Oh my gosh, dude! That Land Mola is a dodging pro. Oh my gosh, that was their last Fire Rod shot. Oh man, Land Mola's being as dodgeful as mimics are. Masters of not getting hit. Alright, anyway. Goomba back on the trek to check out these last remaining entrances. There was something important in here, right? Oh yeah, it was a big key. This is the Eastern Palace one? Dark Palace, close enough. The Palace of Palace. Oh, we did see that pod was a crystal. I saw that flash up real quick there. Chloe looks like they really want to go into the Turtle Rock entrance, but does not have the mitts to do so. Oh, I don't know if they wanted to fall down here. Anyway, Goomba is in the GT, kind of be able to get a little more information that we don't know about. He can use the boots to bonk over to the map chest on the left side. You can't actually get to the Stalfos room without some bomb jumps or the hook shot. But with the boots, you actually can bonk all the way to the the map room down here. No, I don't think Chloe had the hammer the first time here. That sounds correct. Okay, but Goomba is going to do some bomb jumps because this is actually 4 fairly quick items to grab just north of here. All you gotta do is 1 bomb jump. There you go. Well, that wasn't very interesting. Holy cow. 2 compasses? Jeez. Is that actually the compass room? I have no idea where the compass is in base GT. Either way, here comes the in-logic check. Is this one right here. That's actually it, right? He can't actually get another item, I think. I mean, he can grab the small key, but doesn't the next chest require the hookshot? I mean, you might be able to bomb jump that one too, actually. I guess you can bomb jump this. It is just a normal kind of pit there. Okay, we're going... Whoa, there's the lamp! Alright. We finally found the stupid lamp. So the hookshot is going to lead to that. That's really great information about knowing where the lamp or where the hookshot can and can't be. That's super great to find something like that. Chloe's doing a dark room. I don't know where they are. Oh, they're in the pod, aren't they? Wait, did they open the big chest in pod and I just missed it? Oh no, they're bombing the wall open right now. Oh, low on health, but they made it in. Alright, so what is in this big chest of pod? 10 bombs. Well, jeez. I made such a big deal about that chest. Let's go with small key. Definitely not a useful one. Alright, so Chloe is close, but in the wrong world. Oh god, this Armos fight's gonna take forever. Yeah, get him. Don't spin attack. Spin attack actually does less damage than a fighter's slash to Armos Knights. But I guess it helps you hit multiple ones at one swing. Alright. Oh, right, he's the hammer. That's easy enough then. That was... I said that took a while, but he got a lot of extra hits with that fire rod. It worked out really nicely. Chloe heading to the back of Desert Palace. We'll see if his Lambolas dodge a little better than Goomba's did. Or worse, actually, because they were pretty crazy. That's really interesting. Okay, alright. So where the heck is Samaria? Okay, so now Canis Samaria was supposed to lead to that hookshot. So now you know that Samaria can't be behind the hookshot or the lamp. That's awesome, dude. Oh, the quick medallion is also used for the Mire entrance now. Man, plot twist. None of us were expecting that, were we? Oh, that was too funny. Ether for Mire. No, I think it was Quake. I thought I saw Quake. Anyway, Chloe takes down Land Molas. Sorry for kind of ignoring your Land Mola fight, Chloe. The logic thing going on Goomba's side was really interesting. Small key to Castle Tower. We will actually need both of those because we know we need to defeat Aghanim. There is the first of two. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that, dude. That was way too funny. No, it was definitely Ether, wasn't it? That is not Quake at all. You were absolutely right, person in chat. Silly me. Yo, I like this mirroring to the desert entrance. Oh, it's Mimic Cave. Hey, we can do this. I can't believe we found Hookshot where it was. That's way too funny. Wow. Yeah, there's not that many places left. I think the worst place it could be is probably a little deeper in Ice Palace. Because both the runners got the boots out of the first chest and bailed the heck. Oh god, watch out, there's lasers right there. So there's where that entrance led. Now, Goomba doesn't have any magic, so can't actually unlock Meyer, and in fact couldn't do it anyway because it's Ether and not Quake. Alright, Chloe just finishing up Meyer here. Gonna be finding a whole bunch of nothing. There's not a whole lot here. I wonder if Goomba is thinking about Pod, the big chest of Pod, because finally having so many keys and finally having the lamp, that big chest and Pod can just be it, but I mean, we know that's not the case. Yeah, we still have a couple really out of the way locations, like the, well, the Turtle Rock entrance won't be too far out of the way now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember where the connector cave to get up there was. Eastern Palace has its big chest, which is a pain to get to, but Goomba's going to be doing a little more overworld stuff here, coming over to the blacksmith area. Not much there. You gonna say the blacksmith? Yeah. Where's the blacksmith hut? That was in the southeast shore, right next to Ice Rod Cave, wasn't it? I think. Hey, nice remembering where the witch's hut here is. Can fill up quite easily on potions. So it was interesting that Goomba saw... Have we seen the other entrance, the bumper ledge, or to Bumper Cave? Because you can actually hookshot through that bumper to get to the lower entrance. I don't know if we've actually seen the other side of Bumper Cave quite yet. Oh, what are you? Swamp? Oh, I know where we're going next. Oh man, right next to Hookshot Cave too. So, I guess we did kind of get information on the rest of the crystal dungeons. We do see that Eastern Palace and Turtle Rock were our other two pendants. Wait, hold on. That's correct, right? Yeah, okay. Yes, Eastern, Ice Palace, Turtle Rock. Got it. Sorry about that. Alright, yeah, Swamp Palace. There's a lot of item checks here. And it is a crystal we gotta do. We'll potentially see Goomba do the western side. We're still missing enough in terms of keys and stuff that I don't think it's feasible to skip the left side. It's a hard decision to make in normal randomizer, but in Keysanity, it's that much more difficult to make. I think Chloe is finally making the long trip over to the Bumper Cave entrance to grab those mitts. I wonder if Samaria's gonna show up here. Man, that was so good to find that logic chain there. It's being able to narrow down so well where an important item like that is going to be is just great. That skeleton really wanted to get in the way. Oh yeah, Samaria. Well. Alright, Chloe on to Mothula here. It has the hammer. Gonna be able to take out Mothula with only 4 hammer hits. Not too shabby. Had a lot more health and survivability than Goomba did earlier, and was able to just go nuts, hammering them off. I mean, I understand the hammer doing extra damage to a bug, because that's like the prime method of defeating bugs is squishing them. But I'm still always surprised the fire rod does as little damage as it does. There is a big key to Skullwoods. Well. Wow, really? One of the worst big keys you can find, and nothing. But we'll see. Maybe that big chest of Skullwoods does actually have something. Funny if that led to Samaria, huh? But in all honesty, you cannot safely skip that in this situation. So, oh, we do have the big key, don't we? Yeah, we do. There's the cane of Samaria in the big chest of Swamp Palace. Man, that was really rude logic-wise. I wanted you to come here to get the cane so you could go into Ganon's tower and grab that hook shot from behind Ice Armos. That's great. So, item-wise, all we're really looking for is the bow for sure. Oh, there's the mushroom out of Swamp Palace as well. As for keys, oh man, what about keys? We still need the Meyer big key. We still need the Thieves Town big key. I'm just looking at Goomba's screen right now. I'm not sure if Chloe actually has these. No, I'll cross-reference. We need the Hera big key, and we need the Cannon's Tower big key. We still need a small key to Castle Tower as well. So we actually still need a lot of keys. Chloe is going to be the first person to check out the entrance here. Oh, it's the correct side of Ice Drive Cave. Now, we could also still need the Ether Medallion to get into Meyer, of course. But, or, heaven forbid, the Ice Rod to defeat Trinex. But thankfully we do not have those quite yet, so it's not quite on our players' minds, I'm sure. Man, Chloe... Okay, how do I run up the Death Mountain? Okay. Are you going to go... Alright, after beating Montiel, I'm surprised they didn't just walk over to... the bumper entrance to lift up that rock. But man, oh man, this is a long trek yet again. Hopefully, Chloe will go the right direction. I want you to get those mitts. Then going immediately next door, after beating the boss, to head into the depths of Palace of Darkness. I believe only has 2 locations left in here, being the big chest and the boss. But being Crystal, we're gonna have to do this anyway. Might as well just go next door. The hammer jump doesn't take too long to do, so definitely come back here and do it. It's not that bad, especially when you have the mirror to get back so quickly. Oh gosh, Chloe is going into Swamp Palace, which, I mean, whoa, it doesn't have the small key. That's right, it doesn't have the small key. Can't go that far. I was gonna say, we'll get Samaria, maybe that'll lead him back into GT, but, never mind. Oh wait, Goomba doesn't have the bow. Can't do Holster yet, of course, of course. But it is still worth checking that out, I think, the big chest right there. Alright, Chloe's got it. About to get those mitts. And doesn't have too much left to do other than just knock out mitt locations one after another. I have no idea what room this is. Okay, this is Skullwoods. I knew it was Skullwoods, I just didn't know where it was. Oh, he's going to the big chest, of course. Doesn't know which one to really take to get back here because they're all randomized. But one of them will work eventually. Chloe, having those mitts, does not know where they want to go first thing. There's a lot of options available. And it looks like they're going to... Wow, are they really going to the Turtle Rock entrance first? Oh. Maybe there's a connector cave that leads to somewhere better? I don't quite know. This is very bold if this is Turtle Rock first. Considering where they got them, they could have easily just walked down and done the blacksmith stuff. I guess we haven't seen the purple chest yet, huh? I wonder if this is a I'm feeling really behind now play from Chloe near last locationing those mitts. compass. Alright, Goomba now going down to the Ice Palace entrance, I guess? Or no, where did this lead? This is a very common entrance. I think they've taken this a lot, and I still don't remember where it goes. Whoa, Chloe finds the ice rod in the entrance to Turtle Rock. That's... Isn't that just a randomizer? That might be big. We don't know yet. With that bow still missing. It's a bit of a long shot. Man, why do I keep saying that? No one's going to think I'm talking about Ocarina of Time. It's a bit of a bad chance. I don't know. There's the big key to Mire. That is a required item. And the shovel. Ooh, okay. Well, Goomba's gonna have to come up here anyway to get that key, so I don't think he's gonna miss out on the ice rod if it happens to be required for some reason. Oh, Goomba almost did not make... did not catch the bus right there. Oh, we haven't seen Spike Cave yet either, huh? But luckily, Chloe just found Berna, so doesn't need to use one of their potions to make this super safe. Now the lineup for the bomb jump, I know some people like to use the shadow of their sprite to line up the bomb jump here, but I'm a sword person myself. I always line up with the sword. And if you line up with the sword, you definitely need to know that the fighter sword is actually thinner than the other swords, so your pixels are kind of off by one. Definitely a good thing to keep in mind there. Goomba does take a hit there from that spike ball, but luckily keeps the horizontal location intact, so they can still key dash through that door without walking off of it. Just taking all the rage out on that Stalfos as they dig for that heart. Alright, Chloe into Thieves Town. I believe this still not have the, we haven't seen the Thieves Town Big Key quite yet, so the amount of stuff we can do in this dungeon is fairly limited. There's finally another sword upgrade in Ice Palace, holy cow. Oh, doesn't get the fancy little spin into the stairs. Oh well. At least didn't take an extra hit from the fire bar. Chloe knocking out mid locations one by one. Pick the Mire area first, it seems. There's the bow. Wow! How long have they been able to check that, huh? Ice Palace was so early. Alright, other than the Ether Medallion, that's pretty much all the normal items we need. Still quite a few keys we're still looking for. Yeah, just think about how many times they've dipped into Pod, not to mention Eastern. That could have been made a little easier with that bow. That's crazy. He was just hanging out down here the whole time. Well, I would have gotten that really late too, because I absolutely would have dipped out after finding those boots like they did. Alright, Goomba on the Cold Stare. There's plenty of magic to make this fight fairly easy, I would hope. He gets him out of this corner here. Might be able to get some double hits in with the lingering hitbox of the Fire Rod, but doesn't look like he got too many of them. Feels kind of chance-ish to get those, like not always 100% thing, but was fairly consistent at keeping the pressure up and getting a lot of double hits in, and it just kind of blows him up. See you, Cold Stare. Alright, that does net Goomba the green pennant as well, so one additional item from Sahasrara, which I know we have found, and I have no idea where he is, but I'm sure Goomba knows where he is. Is either going to go there first, or go to Eastern first, or I'm sorry, Pod first. Oh, is he at the Eastern entrance? Oh? No, this is Turtle Rock. I remember this now. Hey, Samaria unlocks a bunch of stuff here. Oh, I'd say we're gonna see the runner's high five, but I think Chloe's gonna mirror after getting this one chest, because you can't do anything else up here without Samaria. Is that a fourth bottle or a third bottle? Chloe debating what to do here. It doesn't have Samaria, so you can't go down this way. Oh no. Just wanted to use that key to get that key. I got it. I got it. Oh no. Goomba getting bullied by the rollers. Oh, slightly mistimed that at the start of the room, but his reward with the red mail. Not too bad. Definitely could find worse things there, like nothing, but kind of hoping for a thing a little more substantial, considering how many more keys we need. Oh, here we go. Aw, man. Thanks, Cold Stare. Well, looks like so far the only thing Ice Palace really had in it, in addition to the boots, I guess, was that bow. We got a couple small keys, but I don't think they weren't really significant keys, were they? Like Skull Woods and Meyer small keys, maybe. Things that you aren't really in the business of doing much with. Chloe, that shovel only gets a heart piece, unfortunately. Goomba heading in the depths of Palace of Darkness. We're finally going to be able to kill Helmasaur. Man, we had all 6 pod keys from so early on, and we only just recently got the bow. There was nothing in the big chest, which led me to believe that Helmasaur might have something, but this late in the game, I'm feeling a little less confident about that. I wonder if that Meyer big key is gonna like start the chain to finish the dungeons. Like that will lead to the Hera big key, and that'll lead to the Thieves Town big key. I don't know though. Of course, we could have those required items upstairs in Ganon's tower as well. Or even on the right side here, which I can finally get to with Samaria. Chloe, this entrance I don't think Goomba checked. Oh, well, good. Oh, someone chat asking Agro 2 is required. Yes, I believe in the goals where where the goal is Ganon. Aghanim 2 is also required, even though Ganon himself is not at the pyramid. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure that's correct. I've only been playing this game for 2 years. You'd think I know this off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure Ganon goal also includes Aghanim 2. Like, if it was a crystal goal, they would not need to. But I don't think this is a crystal goal. I believe this is a Ganon goal, which means Aghanim 2 is required regardless. Insurance rando is usually crystal? Oh my gosh. I don't know anymore. Alright, update. I got an update for everyone. I actually, thankfully, on the IRC channel that the race is taking place, and it actually is a crystals goal. So they will not have to do Aghanim 2 because the goal is just to get the 7 crystals. Where was the Swamp Big Key? The Swamp Big Key was fairly early, I thought. Both players have it. Yeah, they sure do. Yeah, okay, the goal is crystals. They're not having to do Aghanim 2. All they need is the 7 crystals. We do, however, still have to do Aghanim 1 because of Ganon's location. So, the Ganon's Tower Big Key is not necessarily required. Boy, You'd think I would have checked this before the race started. Silly me. Shows how much I play Entrance Shuffle. That's fine, though. So, Goomba, speaking of Ganon's Tower, Goomba is into Ganon's Tower. Gonna be able to get the 5 items over here that are locked by the Red Cane. Speaking of Red Cane, Chloe is in Swamp Palace where the Red Cane is, and will hopefully lead them on their path back to Ganon's Tower to come get the hook shot. Unfortunately, full clearing lower GT does include the tower room. This doesn't take nearly as long as people like to think, especially when you're so many items away from being done. It is on the way to more checks, so there's really no reason to skip it. Of course, when you're just GT big key hunting in normal seeds, I can definitely see skipping it. But for this, no reason not to. Yeah, he could have done the fancy little glitch there, but he just wanted to, I don't know, keep his concentration ready to go. Chloe gonna be doing the left side, which makes sense because... Oh wait, no, Chloe, you have the big key. Oh no, you have got to check that chest. Oh, there's the Tempered Sword on the right side of GT, and the book, finally. We haven't had the book all game. Boy, that was a dumb thing to say. Of course we haven't had it, we just found it. So that only opens up 2 checks. Oh good, Chloe came back to get it while they were looping around. Oh, thank goodness. That opens up only the 2 tablets and the ability to check the pedestal to see if one of our lost keys is there. Oh, I didn't even see Goomba turn in the mushroom, but there was the witch check right there. It was just some money. What is the Ice Palace entrance, huh? That's a great question, Goomba. Why don't you tell us? That is the Death Mountain Ascent Cave. Well, that's not anything useful. There are not that many entrances left. I think we haven't been in Myers' Mouth because we don't have Ether yet. Other than that, we haven't been into GT. I guess. That would make sense. Goomba following his notes, taking some connector caves to get over to wherever it is he wants to go. Does this lead up? This doesn't lead up to Death Mountain, does it? Well, I guess it does. I mean, if this was his goal, wouldn't you have just fluted up here? I don't know. Alright, Chloe unfortunately does need to dip in Swamp House a second time after getting the hook shot, but does get out of here with the Cane of Samaria, so it's at least some direction. And it does look like they are running right up to where GT is at the King's Tomb. Alright, one of these tablets has to have something, right? I mean, that is something, but not that great. Well, we have the GT Big Key. We can't go up any higher, at least, so we can't make that crazy gamble to get all the way up there. I would be honestly a little scared if we found the GT Big Key, because I believe the Magic Bat is at the pyramid? Is that right? Because that's like the last one we haven't seen, right? So that's one more location. Goomba's about to get the Ice Rod, and oh wait, well I would say consider going to do Trinex, but we don't have the Turtle Rock Big Key yet. Oh, Magic Bat's at Sanctuary? Well, silly me. Oh, the fairy's at the pyramid. Well, that shows how much I've been paying attention. Thank you, chat, very much. Never mind. Goomba. So Goomba doesn't have a whole lot left, right? The only thing he's gonna get out of here of worth is the Meyer Big Key. Wasn't that what's here? Yeah, I think that's what he just got. So that opens up just 2 more spots. Yeah, he's got the shovel, but we know where the shovel is, or we know that the shovel's nothing. So the only 2 spots that I'm thinking, I'm sorry, we have the Bombos tablet, and then we have those 2 spots in Meyer. I think are the spots we haven't actually seen yet. One of those 3 spots, or I guess all 3 of those 3 spots, or maybe 2 if you're feeling kind of either way. It's got to have one of those big keys we need. Oh, never mind. We haven't... Yeah, okay. You are right, person in chat. We haven't been to Eastern since getting the big key, have we? Oh, man. Yeah, and that's why finding the GT Big Key would be very scary, is because suddenly you have 4 more checks upstairs you can get. Alright, Goomba is heading into Meyer here. Makes a whole lot of sense to come here first. This is a crystal dungeon. You gotta do it. And the big key, or the big chest, is actually not that far out of the way. So it's practically on the way here. Yo, I love Chloe's strat here. With Cane of Berna to take out the Armless Knights. I love it. Oh my gosh, nothing still. Yep, Goomba gonna be taking a long trek down to Vitreous as Chloe Gets the hook shot. Behind Armos Knights. Behind Ice Armos. And is, I guess, just gonna walk out? I would expect a mirror right here to get to the left side a little faster, but... I guess it's not that much time difference, because you just... Yeah, this is, like, right on the left side right here, even if you can't open the big chest. So, Chloe checking out the rest of GZ over here in logic. To finally get this stupid lamp. Oh my gosh. Can you believe how quickly we got those 6 pod keys and the lamp is in this stupid item chain. Wow. Alright, Goomba about to fight Vitreous. It's gonna make a very quick work up with those silver arrows. Very nice. It's not done, but it's still pretty nice so far. Okay, now it's super nice. Big key. It's the Meyer compass. What the heck? Okay, well, now you're starting to think about Vamos and Eastern, right? 2 places you really don't want to go. Oh no, Chloe barely missing the tile right there. I didn't remember what was over here. It wasn't a whole lot. Yeah. Oh, here's that spot that I forgot. I almost think Chloe checked this, but... Yeah, okay, yeah, Chloe definitely checked this. I remember it, because this is where they got the green potions, I think. And that last pod key. Someone asked me what cross keys is. I guess I can go over it real quick because it's been a long time. This is Crossworld Entrance Shuffle plus Keysanity. So all of the keys, all of the dungeon items are outside of their respective dungeons in the general item pool, like all the other items. In addition, it's Entrance Shuffle, so you don't know where you're gonna go when going in a doorway. Goomba has taken what I would probably consider a fairly significant lead over Chloe. Chloe is just about through finding items and stuff and just needs to start knocking down some dungeons. But we are missing some big keys. Namely, we need Thieves Town Big Key and we need the Hera Big Key still. Those are our last 2 items we need to find. And we got no information where those might be. Goomba does not have that many spots left to find. Did recently get the book, has checked the Ether Tablet, but not the Vamos Tablet yet. And then there's also... Oh yeah, he never checked the Pyramid either, right? Because we talked about this earlier, where he took the... he mirrored to the hobo and I think swam down to grab grab that key that was on the island. Oh yeah, he never checked the entrance here either. I keep talking about this is the only spot Goomba has left, this and this, but no, there's still some other spots. It's just what we want him to go check because it's stuff that that we all as a collective have not seen quite yet. All right, Chloe's back in the Swamp Palace. There wasn't anything else here, was there? Yeah, because Ice Palace had the boat. You believe it. Gotta go back into Pen and Ice Palace for this stupid bow. Alright, I think this is Bamo's play right here. He really doesn't want to go back into Eastern, and I do not blame him at all. Yeah, the issue with Trinex is that we don't have the Turtle Rock Big Key yet. So if we found it, that would also give us the Turtle Rock Big Chest and Trinex available. So that would be... I mean, if that was the only thing we found, that'd be fine, because, I mean, that's some direction, isn't it? It's better than having no direction. It's nothing! Alright, I think we're going back into Eastern. I don't even remember where Eastern Palace is. Hope Goomba does. I only assume that's where he's going right now. I've seen someone asking about a pedestal check. So the issue with the pedestal is that, one, they can't really do it without the Turtle Rock Big Key anyway. And once you get the Turtle Rock Big Key, you're just going to go to Turtle Rock and clear it. Clear the 2 checks that are left there. You're not going to go check the pedestal just to see if you need to go do Turtle Rock. You're just going to go do Turtle Rock and then blind pull. That's most likely what would happen in that situation. It seems like it might be a very real possibility, though. There are 2 other keys we could find to lead us other places. Oh, you know what? There's still the 2nd item in Castle Tower, huh? I just noticed that. They can get the 2nd item in Castle Tower. They've been avoiding that for so long. Oh, or it is that. It's the Turtle Rock Big Key! Come on! I was just joking! I wasn't serious, game. You didn't think I was serious, did you? Oh, man. Alright, well, the reason they're avoiding Castle Tower is because they have to do Aghanim 1 anyway to unlock the Ganon fight. And they need both Castle Tower keys to do that, so going in there without the other one just seems like a big waste of time, because you have to finish it. And you don't want to, go in there just to leave and come back. But I was about to say that looks like what they might have to do, but we just unlocked 3 more locations with that find. Maybe Armos Knights will bail us out. That's Hera Small? Oh, it's the Desert Small. Okay. Goomba hasn't been to the eastern side of Desert Palace yet. I guess. That's what that find tells me, because he has Desert completed. So he must not have checked the eastern side door. Goomba immediately checking the big chest Turtle Rock and finds the Hera Big Key. No, don't go to Trinex. Just go up to Hera. You're right here, dude. Yeah. Yeah. No, where's he going? He's flying away! Where are you going? Oh, come on. Just go finish Hera. Where is he going? Oh, wait. Hera isn't at... This is Entrance Shuffle, isn't it? Hera is not at the Tower of Hera. No, this is not Go Mode. He still needs the Thieves Town Big Key. Which is presumably in Hera. He sure hopes it is. I feel bad. I'm paying a little less attention to Chloe because Goomba is just on a roll here, but Chloe now in Misery Mire. We'll be able to fully clear it, thankfully. Oh wait, yeah, it does have the big key, that's right. Hey, I think Goomba is going to Tower of Hera in this unsuspecting shack. Oh, look. This shack is much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And yeah, there's still some potential for it to be in a really crummy place like on Trine X, but it still makes a whole lot more sense. Look at that quick swap go. There's so many items in his inventory, it takes him forever to actually select what he needs to. But it just makes so much sense to do the Crystal Dungeon you know you need to do. And there's still 3 locations here as well. Here's one of them. That ain't it. We're looking for a big key to Thieves Town. Oh, baby. I didn't get time to say that it's the only big key left except the one to GT. I didn't get time to say that before he picked it up. Oh, man. That's a big ugh moment right there. Where is that Thieves Town big key? Alright, spinning a slash on Moldorm is all you need with the Tempered Sword, as Chloe's about to head into Vitreous without the bow. It's gonna have a little bit of... There's the golden sword off Moldorm. Gonna have a little bit of a longer fight without the Tempered Sword or the bow, but thankfully cape spins are also pretty easy. Funny enough, you can just kind of stand right in front of the eye pool and just constantly swing your sword. As you're swinging your sword, your magic meter doesn't drain, so you can just stand there swiping the entire time. And it takes a little bit, but your magic never runs out, and you're invincible the whole time. Alright, Goomba, you got a lot of places. He's going into the GR. He's had it. Oh yeah, the Tiara Big Key, he can actually get... Wait! He hasn't actually been to... We didn't actually find the laser barriers at the entrance, did we? Wait, really? I'm so used to finding that. Oh! That was boring! Wait, I don't know where he's going right now. This is a Crystal's goal, right? He doesn't... Am I forgetting something else? He's in go mode, right? He doesn't need to do this. Or... Oh! Castle Tower Small Key! Yes, thank you, person in chat. You were right. We still need the last Castle Tower Small Key. No, you're right. Yeah. Watch it be here too, and it'll be just as boring. Oh, come on. Okay. Whatever. Sorry, chat. It is not in the worst possible location. Though, it felt like it there for a little bit, huh? Chloe is back into Ice Palace. Not much else left to go, I would imagine. Because you would need not much left to go to if this is your decision. There is a good amount of stuff here down in the basement, but man, it just takes so long to get down to it. I don't blame them for putting it off for so long. But they will finally find the bow, and that'll lead towards the chain reaction of finding everything else. Nope, nope, trying to get the pixel. Nope. There you go. Nope. Well, first try. Man, remember when you could do this room without having to come up here to check the hint first? Man, those times were great. I know some people still just don't bother checking that because they don't like going up and down the stairs. Yeah, nothing Goomba could possibly want enough to go pick up that small chest right there. I guess the laser bridge entrance is, I mean, it's got to be. What are the ones we didn't see? We didn't see the Meyer front door, and we didn't see what the I guess the Ganon's Tower entrance. That's about it. So one of those has to lead the laser bridge, I guess. I always forget you can hookshot those key doors in the jail cells. I'm so used to veering off to the right to grab those heart pieces in the pots because I'm a big baby. Alright, here's the blind fight. Typically the first crystal, quite often in randomizer seeds, it is our last. Well, it's Goomba's last, I suppose. Hey, there's Ether. Bring it to the Meyer front door now. Oh, Chloe slip sliding around. Just barely misses that button the first time. Goomba heads over to Castle Tower, which is was that at the Bobbable Hut in the Dark World? Is that where that was? Oh, come on, was I actually right? Nice dash. Oh man, I'm so good at this video game. Alright, Chloe on to Cold Stare. Uses a little bit of magic trying to torch the mole popping out of the floor there. Has the tempered sword, so there should be a much better fight, I would hope. We'll see. I don't want to put unreasonable expectations, because sometimes stupid stuff like that happens. The ice coming down from the sky at just the worst possible moment. Oh man. But tempered sword should be able to clean this up fairly quickly anyway. That was really unfortunate, dude. There we go. As we're nearing the conclusion for Goomba here fairly shortly, thank you all for coming out for this Cross Keys. I know these seeds tend to be a little bit longer, so I don't know how long people hang around for, considering they're a little over 2 hours rather than, you know, a little over an hour and a half or so. But if you are headed out, there's a link to the past randomizer league match over on Speed Gaming, I believe. That's still live. At 7 p.m. tonight, there's a Final Fantasy 1 randomizer, 2 of them in fact, I believe, going on some Speed Gaming channels, so definitely catch those. If that is your thing. I've heard some Final Fantasy randomizers can get some pretty crazy things going on there. I have not played the vanilla game myself, but I'm sure the randomizer is an adventure just like this game is every time. Alright, Goomba on to Aghanim 1. The kinda dullest fight, before the final boss, of course. Alright, Chloe into the Dark World here. Palace of Darkness is in the Light World, isn't it? It's at the two little huts at the top of the town. Chloe has other ideas, such as doing Eastern first, which is a pendant dungeon, which is a little surprising that this was the choice over Pod, I guess. Unless they just did Pod and I completely missed it. I would also feel really bad if that was the case. Well, Chloe has to do this anyway, right? Because the Turtle Rock Big Key's back here. So that makes sense. Alright, Goomba takes down Aghanim 1. That will open up the tree, which, Ganon has decided to hide in a tree today. It was an ingenious plan, I'm sure, to thwart evildoers and meddling kids. But we have found him, and we have defeated his door guard. And Goomba is falling into the Ganon fight here in just a moment. Dashes over that explosion out of that bush, just to get the right amount of cool behind him as he falls into the final boss. Now, of course, this has been available from fairly early on if you ended up finding the correct keys, and but Ganon is, of course, invincible in his 4th phase if you have not completed the goal. The goal in this case being just crystals and not crystals plus Aghanim 2, as I was under the influence of for more than an hour and a half of this race. But the Golden Sword very quickly takes Ganon down past the dangerous phases on to phase 3. I say dangerous, but when you have red mail and 17 hearts, is it really that dangerous? Oh, just a tad early on that first shot, but still had enough time to get the torch glitch. Not really that important to get the torch glitch whenever you have as much firepower as we do. Quick double, followed by the last hit as Goomba takes down Ganon. And has finished this race in 1st place. Goomba 90, number 1. Congratulations to Goomba for taking 1st in our restreamed race, and indeed the race as a whole, which, if you were curious, and I'm also curious, had 9 entrants. We'll see if Goomba wants to join us for an interview. Yeah, thank you all for coming out. We're gonna sit here and watch Chloe finish up. Got some running around to do first, though. I'm gonna drag a Goomba in here. Oh man, I didn't get to drag Goomba in here. He joined himself. Hello, Goomba. Congratulations.
Hello, GG.
You nailed it, dude. Dude, that Ganon's tower was awesome.
That Turtle Rock Big Key was kind of rude. That was like my last spot.
Yeah, we were hoping it would just be one of the other big keys to kind of lead you on the chain, but of course it had to be the TR.
I expected it would probably be Turtle Rock, because that opened a bunch. It opened Laser Bridge, Trinex, the Roller, the Big Chest, the Pedestal, of course. It was like 8 locations from that one big key, so I figured it would be that one.
Yeah, I guess we
But
never did find the back entrance into the laser bridge, so that was a lot more than I had originally thought
yeah.
whenever we first found it.
Look at my map real quick. The only others I didn't check were Pyramid Ferry, Ganon's Tower, and Misery Mire, all of which were locked behind something on Laser Bridge or behind the Turtle Rock Big Key, so yeah.
Your guess is as good as ours. We're not sure, but had to have been one of them. Dude, that we loved the Ganon's Tower sequence break to find Lamp and then Hookshot. That was pretty crazy because that immediately like
I did a pretty hot double take when I saw that hook shot.
Yeah. That limits where Samaria can be so much.
I was pretty sure when I saw the Swamp Smolky on the Smiths, I was pretty sure it would be in the front of Swamp Palace, so I just went there immediately. But could have been a number of other locations too, I suppose.
You were fairly late in getting the boots, understandably, I guess, because it was Ice Palace, but I figured that there was even more down there that we didn't find until a lot later.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like going into Ice Palace unless I can do all of it.
That's understandable.
So, like, I was walking by, so I figured I would quickly check the first chest and then come back for the rest later once I found the big key. Because I don't really like leaving that big chest behind. It's bitten me so many times.
Oh yeah, that's such a big pain in the butt to come back to. Is there any, I don't know, I guess any plays that you felt like you could have done a little better? You had some alright boss fights, some of them got away from you a little bit, like Lamo was.
I don't want to talk about that Lamo fight, okay? I don't want to talk about it. That didn't happen. I don't know. Considering I just woke up like right before this, I guess I played alright. I had some execution derps here and there, but meh.
Oh, we also did like your Mothula as low percent as you did, and man, you were very patient in that fight. That fight took a little bit, but you didn't seem to be in too much danger.
Yeah. I thought about going over to Eastern Palace first, then catching a ferry with the bug net, but I figured, what if Mothula has the Eastern Big Key, right? I think that's more dangerous than if I died to Mothula. I didn't really feel like I was in too much danger. It would take a while, but I don't know. Mothula's not too bad. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how I played this overall, like, except for that aforementioned Lambo fight. That one was a bit of a mess. I just... Lumberjack. Why? Ganon, can you be anywhere else for once?
Yeah, well, fortunately you had such a dense location as Laser Bridge left to go to. You found like both those last keys back to back. That was really nice.
Yeah, I mean, when I got the Turtle Rock Big Key, the only other location I had open was the second chest in Castle Tower. So, Turtle Rock was like 90% of my available locations at that point, so.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course I got the Desert Palace small key from Armos Knights, but nah, Turtle Rock's just a much better play statistically. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this went pretty smoothly. Pretty solid execution overall. I feel like the route worked out pretty nicely, aside from, again, the Turtle Rock Big Key, but I don't really see any world where you realistically don't orphan that, given where Eastern was and where the Big Key was.
And then Bo's location, so it's not like you're gonna...
Yeah.
And then I guess the Eastern Palace Big Key was a little bit past where Eastern Palace was in the typical routing, so you'd have to
Yeah.
gamble on skipping it completely and then going back. Yeah, I totally see that one.
Also, having mirror at like the 2-minute mark was pretty sweet.
Oh, dude, there was so much like cool mirror routing and stuff you could do with that, especially getting the Moon Pearl as well, and then just getting those Dark World entrances. You had everything available in both worlds like pretty soon.
Yeah. Definitely.
Sure took a while to get a sword. Our other Eastern runner, Chloe, didn't get a sword until after the hammer, considering, you know, where it was. But you brute forced that dark room, the entire back of Escape in the dark, and was rewarded fairly well with that sword, I think.
Yeah, that sword was pretty nice, considering it took me, I don't even know how long to find another one.
Yeah, the next sword was, what, that was an Ice Palace, wasn't it? Maybe?
Yeah, the one in Ice Palace was my Master Sword, I'm pretty sure.
Gosh, yeah, that did take a long time.
And then... I forget where I got the other ones. There might have been one in Pod or Swamp, I don't know. Moldor had the last one, I remember, but I don't remember where the Temple Sword was. Oh well.
Alright, we do see Chloe here about to finish up what I believe is their last race. I don't remember if they went down to Helmsir or not. We've had a couple tracker issues, so do not believe what you've seen. But I think they are in go mode because they just finished up Trinix not long ago. So that would mean that they got all the rest of their keys.
Yeah. Seems to be that way. I wish I had failed on Turbo Rock though. I had continued when I got the Hera Big Key, because then I could have actually done Tower of Hera as my final crystal right before bonking the Lumberjack tree. That would have been pretty nice routing.
Oh yeah, yes it would have.
What can you do?
Yeah, in entrance shuffle, sometimes things just don't work out like that.
Yeah. And sometimes they work out way too well.
Looking at your file name, did you actually last location anything? It felt like a couple times where it was just about there.
No, I don't think so. Again, the Turtle Rock Big Key was my second to last location, but...
Yeah, that's basically last.
Third, I guess, technically, if you count Orcos Knights as a separate location, but...
Yeah, there were a lot of really far out of the way choices you had to make, like right at the end there, where do I go? But yeah, as you said, the laser bridge area just made more sense. And it didn't take too long to get there, being just like right next to the one flight point.
Yeah. I probably would have continued after the Hera Big Key if it wasn't so easy to come back to, with the entrance being right there. So I figured I may as well do Tower of Hera first, maybe the Thieves Town Big Keys in there, and I can avoid the rest of Turtle Rock entirely.
Like your multicolored bottles. One of each flavor.
Yep. And the nice fairy that I caught and then promptly never used.
Who knows? You had I think they're on Green Mail, pretty low heart there for some of the more dangerous treks through the Dark World.
Yeah, And with how out of the way the Dark World connectors were, I really, really did not want to take an overworld death because that would be such a big setback.
There were a lot of... I saw a lot of Paradox Cave.
There was a lot of Paradox Cave because I went to the shopping mall area, I think, like 5 or 6 times.
Are you playing any of the league stuff going on?
Yes, I was actually on a team in the league. We got eliminated in the first week of playoffs.
Oh no.
It was me, Dracarys, and Illos on the last locationers.
How fitting. Was it due to a last location?
Oh yes, of course, of course.
Of course. That figures. I haven't been watching like any of that going on. I feel a little bad because I haven't, but I know a lot of people have been kind of into that.
Yeah, the league's been a lot of fun actually.
That's good.
Kind of sad to be eliminated, but also kind of relieved because now that I'm not stuck playing Rando all the time, I have more time to play Rando.
Boy, I'm gonna feel that way when the next tournament starts.
Yeah. I'd actually join that one. The league was my first real tournament exposure. Could be interesting to join one of the main tournaments, you know?
Alright, Chloe heading down to the tree, except in the Dark World, because you have to do Hera first, actually.
Yeah, again, something I wish I could have done, but... oh well.
I was so surprised that with all 6 pod keys so early, I suppose you only had like 4 or 5 for the longest time, but Chloe had 6 fairly quickly.
I missed the 6th one for a while, because I didn't check that one connector from Paradox Cave. I went through it like 5 times, but ironically I didn't check that one exit for the longest time.
I just figured that there was... I thought there was going to be something in the big chest or on Helmet Sword for the longest time, and it ended up being nothing.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised that pod was as empty as it was.
Oh my gosh, and that stupid late lamp. That GT was so funny to me. I can't believe it.
I was really confused for a second when I saw that hook shot. Like,
oh no.
That was about the last thing I was expecting to find.
Yeah, right. Swamp Smoke. Where was the Swamp Smoke?
On the Smiths.
Oh, Blacksmith's hat. Yes, that's right. I would be so bad if I played this mode because I am so... I would not take the notes I needed to take in order to be any sort of efficient.
Yeah, you really need to figure out an effective tracking setup that works for you if you're gonna be competitive, so to speak, in this mode.
I've seen some people...
Otherwise you get so lost.
Yeah, I've seen some people just put like spreadsheets or something.
Yeah, some people
mark
use
off when you found this location, or so you know that, okay, Hype Cave is still in the pool somewhere. I need to find that, or, you know, things like that.
Yeah, I just use an entrance map tracker, which works pretty well. Whatever works for you, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, Chloe, assuming Aghanim's Tower has both small keys, so be finishing up this, then we can knock down the tree and go finish up. Probably about 5 minutes out or so, maybe 6 or 7, depending on how Aghanim 1 is feeling.
It was a fair number of blue balls. I want to say like 5 or 6. I've had far too many lumberjack cannons lately now. Like, you think looking for the ice rod is bad? Try looking for a castle tower, Smokey.
Oh my gosh, I hear you on that one. I've had during the last tournament, the couple times I've had to do entrance shuffle. Of course, it has to be all dungeons, so that's like always the last item you find is a castle tower key.
Yep. Well, the seed was non-linear enough that there were a lot of potential go mode items, but of course mine ended up being a castle tower key because why not?
I'm just thankful we didn't have to. Never found the GT big key, so we didn't have a chance to go climb GT.
No, I did find that.
Oh, you
that
did
was
find it.
in
That?
Tower of Hera, the big chest. Found that right at the end. But
Oh, that's right.
decided I would rather go back to Turtle Rock.
That's right. I remember that. I definitely had a good laugh about that one.
It's always how it goes. You're looking for one big key. You're missing 2 big keys. You find a big key. It's always the wrong one.
Exciting Aghanim 1 content here on Speed Gaming.
For sure.
Alright, Chloe barely managing to beat out Aghanim with their life. Extremely close fight. Chloe managed to get it out there. Oh my gosh. I hate that fight so much. Alright, but now Chloe can go fight Ganon over at the Lumberjack tree. Now that the Lumberjacks have inexplicably moved after defeating Aghanim. The reason we knew Ganon was here is because the fall drops that you fall into the underworld, and their respective exits are always linked together. So typically people will check the exit cave door instead of blindly jumping in case they find Ganon, since those are all shuffled. So the cave right above the Lumberjack's house, where you would normally go into, is where you would end up if you fell during the Ganon fight. So they went into that exit, saw it was the Ganon fall location, and just knew where Ganon was.
And groaned.
And groaned, yeah, because suddenly, crap, not only do I have to finish Aghanim's Tower, I also have to find both of the keys.
Yeah, that's always the bad part.
Ooh. Okay, alright. Dodge it, no problem. Get that double. Very nice. All right. Chloe finishes up Ganon. And we'll be finishing here in the race in 5th place. Man. Chloe was actually looking pretty good for a long time there until it came down to the the hook shot and Samaria.
Oh, yeah, if you don't sequence break GT in the seed, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was. Oh, I will drag them in here. Yo, hello Chloe. Welcome and congrats on finishing that butts seed.
Yeah, that was exciting. I was so happy when I found my Dark World access and it was completely wrong.
Was it like was it through a connector cave or something you shouldn't be able to go through?
So what I had for Dark World access was the shop to the right of Link's house, which went down to the shopping mall in Dark World, because it was Paradox Cave. Then I had to mirror, or rather, really it was just Ice Rod Cave up to Light World Death Mountain, and then take the mirror to Dark World Death Mountain in the bottom left. Exit in Dark World Death Mountain led to the top of Bumper Cave. And then I found out that Hyrule Castle left was just archery game.
Yeah, that was pretty much what happened to me as well.
Oh, okay, you did the same thing.
I want to applaud your brave small dip there into Ice Palace to get those boots fairly early.
Oh my god, I was so happy when I found those, because I'm like, oh, I have like, what, 5 hearts and no actual weapon? And I had like 1 fire rod shot.
Yeah, now you can dash into everything, which I think you did once actually.
I dashed into so many things because I didn't find a sword until, what, 50 minutes in?
Yeah, not until after the hammer.
I'm glad I dipped into Akka too for that, because that was a stupid location for that.
Yeah, that was not an ideal hammer spot.
I actually was gonna leave it, but I'm like, oh wait, I can actually get 1 item in here. I was so happy when I didn't skip it. But then I couldn't find any of the big keys. I spent the last probably hour of the seed looking for the big keys.
Oh yeah, I feel like that might have been a common thing this time.
I was looking for a castle tower small key and 3 big keys for what felt like an hour.
I think it was the same, yeah. I was looking for Pod, Hera, and Thieves Town.
For me, it was Hera, Thieves Town, Mire. Found the pod big key.
I forgot where I found the
Fairly
Mire key.
That was in Hype Cave, which was up on Dark Death Mountain somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was like in a hookshot cave, I think.
Yeah, it took me forever to go back up there after I got a glove, so I was pretty late to that.
No, those gloves were in a... Both the gloves were in a weird spot, too.
Yeah, speaking of glove, it took you quite a while to grab those mitts. You didn't have a good routing option, I feel, at that point to kind of get those in.
Yeah, those mitts were pretty awkward.
Where was the first glove? Wasn't it like in Link's house, or
Yeah, it was in the Floodgate chest, which was the bomb shop, I believe.
Yeah, okay. And then the second gloves were glove locked, so...
Yeah.
And I cleared all the dungeons. I was gonna full pad. Just for fun.
I cleared almost all the dungeons, but the castle tower key on Laser Bridge was my go mode, so I did not kill Trinex. Did everything else though.
Yeah, Chloe, you unfortunately had that Swamp Palace double dip, since Samaria led to everything in GT.
I forgot you could do the left side of GT with just the boots. for the
Well,
longest time.
you can get to the map chest over there, but without
Oh.
bomb jumps, you actually can't get any further than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
You can
didn't feel as
You can
bad.
actually do the whole thing without boots if you just bomb jump like 6 times if you really want to.
It might have paid off. You would have gotten hook shot.
Yeah.
Yup.
Wait,
I got a hookshot and lamp. Hookshot being where it was just confirmed that Samaria couldn't be hookshot or lamp locked, which was,
Yeah.
in my
Then
opinion,
I got
great
that Swamp
information to
Palace
have.
small key, and I was pretty sure the game was expecting a swamp double dip.
yeah, there wasn't. I don't think there was much you could have done about that. I never found the Ganon Sour big key. That was weird.
That was the big chest in Tower of Hera.
Oh, okay. I was go moding Hera, so
Yeah.
Hera was like one of the last big keys I needed.
I got the Hera big key and then just left to go do Hera before continuing in Turtle Rock, so I checked all the stuff in there before going back to Turtle Rock. But thankfully didn't get baited into GT at least.
Right. Yeah. What was the last drop? Because I found that well and
I'm pretty sure the pyramid drop was the fairy fountain.
oh
Yes.
yeah, the one to the right of sank. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying to think what that one could be, and I'm like, I can't. I don't think it's useful.
Definitely not useful.
First sword, 57 minutes. I had everything else before it.
Yeah, swords were pretty late unless you did that Dark Room of Escape, but even then, the second sword was way later, and like deep in Ice Palace. I just figured that the boots were really early there, and both of you dipped out, and just the bow was just sitting down there.
Yeah, but when we got first time we went in there, I went in with still like 5 hearts.
Oh yeah, I
And
feel
it
like
was
that's
like,
probably a common story.
and I'm like, do I want to continue?
Yeah, I was just kind of passing by Ice Palace, and I was like, I don't really want to commit to this, but I mean, I may as well just check the first chest and clear out, right? And then I got my boots, and I was pretty excited about that.
Yeah, especially since one of the desert palace was locked behind boots, and then Ganon Sour was boots locked in King's Tomb. Ganon setting up shop in all the
Yeah.
crummy locations, the crappy shed and Village of Outcasts, and
It was extra nice too, since Misery Mire was right next door to Ice Palace, and I could go in there and do most of that, which
Yeah, that was really
didn't
funny.
amount to much, but at least it routed nicely.
that was fun. I like Crossworlds.
Oh yeah, this is easily my favorite game mode.
Yeah, it's a lot more puzzly to solve, and not as much. It is a lot more, to keep track of and stuff like that. It just seems a lot more involved, and I could definitely see how that is appealing to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a bit intimidating to get into, but when you do, it is really, really fun to play.
I hope they do like a doubles tournament with this again, so it's not like 3-hour matches, but it's still it's still like
Cool.
puzzling and stuff. Because I know they had like that doubles randomized mode tournament a while back. That was a lot of.
Can't wait for the multi-world tourney.
Gosh, that sounds so good too. That's where like they set it up so that if you get an item, it could be not your item, right?
Yeah, you can find items for other people. It's pretty great.
Sounds pretty amazing. Oh well, thanks for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah. Same. Thanks for featuring me. Thanks for commentating. Thanks to our tracker. Thanks to viewers, etc.
Thank you to the everything. That was Goomba and Chloe Prower. So we are going to sign off here on Speed Gaming 2. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I think is the league match on Speed Gaming 1 over? I'm gonna go check before I say go watch that, because I don't know if it's still going or not.
It probably is.
Someone just fell into Ganon. Go watch that real quick. It's almost done. Yep. And then later tonight at 7 p.m. there are 2 Final Fantasy 1 randomizers going on, and a whole bunch of stuff still on the docket for later tonight. So yeah, follow the everyone. Thank you for our runners for I would guess they volunteered to be watched and judged by the chat.
My pleasure.
All right, that'll do it from us. Thank you all for watching, and take care. Have a good day.